Good day and welcome. I'm Stefan with Trending Update USA, bringing you the latest headline that's making waves across the sports world. Coco Gauff, the young tennis sensation from the United States, has once again found herself in the global spotlight, but this time, it's not for her powerful forehand or incredible performances on the court. In a stunning twist that has the entire sports community buzzing, Gauff has been ranked ahead of tennis superstars Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner in a new list of the most marketable athletes in the world. This revelation has sent shockwaves across fan bases, sparking debates, admiration, and disbelief in equal measure. The ranking, published by a leading sports marketing and analytics company, measures an athlete's overall marketability by analyzing factors such as social media engagement, fan influence, brand partnerships, and global reach. Coco Gauff's position ahead of Alcaraz and Sinner, both considered among tennis's brightest young stars, highlights her extraordinary appeal not only as an athlete but as a cultural icon. The list, which includes top names from multiple sports, shows just how far Gauff has come in capturing the imagination of fans and sponsors alike. At just 21 years old, Coco Gauff has transformed from a teenage prodigy into one of the most recognizable faces in global sports. Her journey, marked by resilience, authenticity, and consistent improvement, has elevated her from the promising young player who shocked Venus Williams at Wimbledon to a Grand Slam champion and international role model. Her brand appeal extends well beyond tennis courts. With her engaging personality, confidence, and socially conscious voice, Gauff has managed to connect with millions across generations and demographics. Marketing experts suggest that her ability to blend athletic excellence with authenticity makes her particularly attractive to global brands looking to connect with younger, diverse audiences. When the rankings were released, fans immediately noticed that Gauff had surpassed Alcaraz and Sinner, two of men's tennis's most talked about rising stars. Carlos Alcaraz, the Spanish sensation who became one of the youngest ever to win a Grand Slam, and Jannik Sinner, the cool and composed Italian talent, have both dominated headlines with their achievements and rivalries on the ATP Tour. However, Gauff's influence beyond the game appears to have tipped the scales in her favor. Her recent Grand Slam success, coupled with her strong digital presence and reputation for maturity and activism, have positioned her as more than just a tennis player. She is a brand, a role model, and a voice for her generation. Industry experts point out that the modern definition of marketability has evolved far beyond trophies and titles. It now encompasses personality, communication skills, social impact, and relatability. Coco Gauff checks all those boxes. Her transparency with fans, willingness to speak on issues such as equality and empowerment, and her effortless charisma have allowed her to transcend tennis. As a result, her brand partnerships have flourished. Companies that once relied on seasoned champions are now aligning with Gauff, recognizing her as the face of a new generation of athletes who inspire through both performance and purpose. Fans took to social media almost immediately after the rankings were revealed, and the reactions were mixed. Some praised Gauff's rise as proof that tennis is evolving and that female athletes can command just as much commercial power as their male counterparts. Others questioned how Alcaraz and Sinner, players who have won major titles and dominated ATP rankings, could fall behind in terms of marketability. But for those who have followed Gauff's journey closely, the answer is simple: she represents something bigger than sports. Her presence, her confidence, and her ability to connect with fans make her not only a tennis star but also a cultural influencer in an era where relatability and authenticity matter as much as skill. Sports analysts noted that this ranking shift signals a broader trend across the global sports industry. Female athletes, particularly in tennis, are commanding increasing attention and commercial value. The likes of Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, and Emma Raducanu have paved the way, showing that women's tennis is not just about competition, it's also about influence. Gauff's placement ahead of two male superstars like Alcaraz and Sinner underscores this transition, demonstrating how the narrative of sports marketing is being rewritten before our eyes. Coco Gauff's social media presence is a major factor behind her marketability. She communicates directly with millions of followers across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and X, where her posts often go viral within minutes. Her tone is relatable and youthful yet thoughtful, allowing her to connect with fans of all ages. She shares glimpses into her training, personal reflections, and behind-the-scenes moments, blending professionalism with authenticity. This genuine engagement, coupled with her competitive success, creates a powerful combination that brands find irresistible. Marketing executives emphasize that fans don't just follow Gauff for her game, they follow her because she feels real. Alcaraz and Sinner, despite their immense popularity and success, represent different archetypes of modern athletes. Alcaraz embodies the raw, joyful energy of youth, while Sinner projects composure, focus, and quiet strength. Both are admired globally, particularly in Europe and among traditional tennis fans. However, Gauff's ability to transcend sports through storytelling, activism, and a strong online identity gives her an edge in the global marketability index. Experts say that she represents the complete package of the modern sports star: talent, purpose, and connection. The report detailing the rankings revealed that Gauff's endorsement value has surged significantly since her Grand Slam triumph. Major brands have not only expanded their partnerships with her but also increased visibility through global campaigns. Her alignment with fashion, tech, and lifestyle brands reflects her cross-industry appeal. She is equally comfortable fronting a high-fashion campaign as she is promoting sportswear or social initiatives. This versatility is one of the defining traits that make her stand out among athletes of her generation. For many fans, the surprise was not that Gauff made the list but that she outranked two of men's tennis's biggest names. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner are seen as the future of the ATP Tour. Often compared to legends like Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic for their early success. Yet Coco Gauff's rise in the rankings proves that influence is no longer confined by gender or sport. Her charisma, relatability, and proactive communication with fans bridge the gap between sports and culture, giving her a visibility that extends far beyond tennis courts. This development also reflects the broader growth of women's sports on a global scale. Across industries, brands are increasingly investing in female athletes who represent empowerment and authenticity. Gauff's success symbolizes this movement, reinforcing that women in sports can generate immense economic and cultural impact. Marketing researchers note that consumers today are drawn to personalities who reflect diversity, resilience, and positive values, all of which Gauff embodies. Her position above Alcaraz and Sinner, therefore, is not an anomaly but a reflection of how global audiences perceive and value athletes today. Fans and analysts are now eager to see how this recognition will shape Gauff's career trajectory. Already a major draw on the WTA Tour, she continues to mature both as a player and as a public figure. Each tournament she enters now carries the dual weight of athletic performance and brand representation. Her off-court influence has reached a level where sponsors, fans, and even fellow athletes see her as a leader of her generation. Sports journalists note that this moment marks a transition point. Coco Gauff is no longer simply a young prodigy fulfilling potential. She is an established global figure whose marketability rivals that of the biggest names in sports. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, for their part, remain megastars in their own right. Both players have immense commercial appeal, particularly within Europe and among die-hard tennis fans. Yet, this latest ranking has prompted discussions about how male athletes adapt to the shifting marketing landscape, where personality, purpose, and digital engagement increasingly drive commercial success. Some analysts predict that the competition between Gauff, Alcaraz, and Sinner may now extend beyond the court into the world of global influence and branding, where each athlete's reach and relatability will continue to evolve. The public conversation following the release of the rankings underscores how much sports marketing has changed in the last decade. Gone are the days when marketability depended solely on championship titles or media coverage. Today, authenticity, social relevance, and connection with fans define an athlete's commercial potential. Coco Gauff's ascent exemplifies this evolution perfectly. She represents the modern athlete, skilled, socially aware, and authentically human. As the story continues to dominate sports news cycles, marketing agencies are reevaluating their strategies, looking closely at how athletes like Gauff manage to stay relevant in an increasingly digital and socially conscious era. For younger athletes watching her journey, the message is clear: success on the court opens doors, but authenticity keeps them open. Coco Gauff's rise ahead of Alcaraz and Sinner serves as a case study in the power of relatability and the importance of building a personal brand that resonates globally. For Gauff, this recognition is another milestone in a career already filled with achievements beyond her years. Whether it's winning on the biggest stages or using her voice to champion causes she believes in, she continues to prove that she is more than just an athlete. She is a leader, a role model, and an emblem of the new era of sports marketing, one where influence is earned not just by victories but by vision. The sports world will undoubtedly continue to watch as Coco Gauff builds her legacy. Her journey from a precocious teenager to a global icon is proof that true greatness extends beyond competition. She embodies the future of tennis and the evolution of athlete influence. While Alcaraz and Sinner remain exceptional representatives of the men's game, this moment belongs to Gauff, a reminder that in today's world, marketability is about much more than medals and titles. It's about meaning, connection, and inspiration. As fans, we can only expect her influence to grow from here. Every match she plays, every word she speaks, and every post she shares adds another layer to the remarkable story of Coco Gauff, a story of youth, talent, and authenticity shaping the future of global sports.